Get you a man who can do both. I mean... Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Steven T and I am a makeup artist here in New York and clearly here on YouTube. In today's video, we have not one, but two black smoky eyes. Definitely my jam. I wanted to give you the more classic, I mean, they're both wearable, but you know what I mean. The more classic, everyday kind of black smoky eye, and also my fun, gothy, vampy, going to the club, going to summon a demon, whatever, smoky eye. So if this interests you and you'd like to see how all of this happened, keep on watching. And let's get to blending. As you saw in the intro, by the time we're done with this video, we will have two different black smoky eyes. This one will be more of my aesthetic, that gothy, vampy smoky eye with a sparkly eyelid. And this one with the more natural but snatched eyebrow will be the more come hither, sultry, neutral, dark black smoky eye. So if you guys are ready, I'm gonna lay down the powder and we're gonna get started. For me personally, typically a black smoky eye is definitely an eyes first kind of situation, because honestly, anything can happen. A black smoky eye can go from 0 to Winter Soldier really, really quick. But we are going to live a little bit dangerously today, and since my complexion's a bit uneven due to being in the sun a lot the past couple days, I decided to just have the complexion products already on and ready to go. So the powder's laid down and we're gonna get started. As always, I will mention the products that I am using. However, this video is not so much a product feature video. It's more of just a look and a technique. With that said, I did have a palette custom made by Makeup Geek Cosmetics. This is the packaging here. It's kind of bulky, kind of heavy. I've since taken the shadows out and fit them into my Artist Kit Company palette, which is literally the size of a business card. Really, really, really cute. These are all matte shades with a matte black, famously known as Corrupt. A lot of people love this black eyeshadow, so I will be using that on the matte black smoky eye for you guys today. First thing we're going to do is start building up the crease. Before I start laying down my transition shades, allow me to explain why I do this first, especially with a black smoky eye. I've done black smoky eyes before where I just smudge black eyeliner or black lipstick or a black eyeshadow base all over my eyelid and then try buffing and smoking everything out, and it's just Uncle Fester. You lose all that transition. So I like to lay those colors down from light to dark first, then do the eyelid and very carefully with a precise brush blend the eyelid into those transition shades. So that's what we're going to do first. I have here Latte as usual with my OG MAC 224 brush. Yes, I say OG because this is a natural fiber brush. Don't come for me. I still have it. Get over it. So here we go there, and just up and over, windshield wiper, you guys already know. I am going to keep it round. We're not going to do my usual sweep motion. See, just like that. And also what I'm going to do is build up all the transition shades on this eye first, since this is my neutral eye. And then I'll go over to this eye and build up all my more vampy, gothy, bright neon type shades. Just going to do one more dip into Latte as usual. All right, definitely reads darker in my mirror. I'll get in close, see if you guys can see that. I love it. It's nice and cool toned, but I am going to warm it up with this next shade. I am going to keep using the same brush for this one, and I'm going to grab a little bit of Tiki Hut right here. These Makeup Geek Cosmetics shadows are very pigmented. A little goes a long way, as you can see with that Latte as usual shade. So keep that in mind, especially if you are more of a lighter complexion than myself. But here we go with Tiki Hut. And I do have a little bit of a harsh edge right there. So using a clean brush, I am going to buff that out shortly. I just want to add a little bit more of that Tiki Hut. Okay, and I'm just going to grab a thick and fluffy brush, no product on it, and just very carefully buff those edges out. Really don't want any harsh lines. This is meant to be as smoky an eye as possible. See, just like that. Next up, I am going to grab a little bit of this guy next with a more firmer brush just to really define my crease. Before I jump into that next shade, I just want to point out that this brush that I use to kind of clean up and buff out that little crease moment is the Morphe E23 brush. Love, love, love it. And now I'm going to use the Morphe E17. And this is the shade Morocco. Just going to pick up a little bit there. I have several of this brush, just FYI, and I think I actually grabbed the one I contoured my nose with. Oops, but it's okay. No big. Just going to put a little bit of that right here. I really do like a little bit of warmth in my neutral smoky eyes. I don't like them to be entirely cool tone because, again, it gives me that kind of Uncle Fester-y kind of a look. And usually I would wear more greenish contacts with that as well, but I've been kind of loving my gray moment, so we're just going to keep going. And I'm liking the warmth that this Morocco shade is adding to the Tiki Hut and the Latte as usual. And I am keeping it pretty tight on the edge of my eyelid. That way we don't lose all of what was put on there first. Going back in with that OG MAC 224 with whatever's left on the brush and just buffing everything. Black smoky eyes above any other smoky eye, in my personal and I guess professional opinion you can say, are definitely the epitome of apply and blend, apply and blend, apply and blend. Like over and over. Okay, Morphe E23. Again, we just want to make sure our edges are nice and clean and smoked out. That is the purpose. And I think I may go back in with a little bit of Tiki Hut, MAC 224, just a little bit. And just kind of bring that into the crease there. All right, so I'm pretty satisfied with the crease on this eye. Next up, we're gonna move to this guy. So for my more gothy, vampy, my aesthetic black smoky eye, I am bringing back the Ace Beauty Nostalgia palette. There's some really fun, bright pinks and purples in here that I really have been wanting to play with, especially for my smoky eye. So we're gonna jump right in with that. I have here, this is Dell from Hank and Henry, and I'm gonna pick up first Popsicle, which is right over here. Just gonna use that as a transition shade first. Here we go. Dust a little bit off. And again, keeping it tight. A black smoky eye is definitely something that you really want to have a lot of control with your hand and with your brush. Because again, Uncle Fester moment, Winter Soldier moment, it can be a little bit crazy. So if you control how you apply and how you blend, you'll get that nice tight effect. And when you apply your black and buff that out, it'll all just blend together just a little bit more. Again, this is definitely the transition moment because I am gonna go ham with these pinks and those purples. And again, keeping to the round shape, we are doing two different eyes, but I don't want two different shapes at the same time. So there's that. Next up, we're getting into some pink. Joining us right now is Bianca from Hank and Henry as well. And we are going to pick up a little bit of Picnic, which is right over here. Gonna start small, because again, this can get crazy. So here we go. Again, tight to the eyelid, just bringing it up and over. See that? That's what we want. And without dipping back in to the pan, I'm just gonna start buffing. And I have Dell handy right in front of me in case I want to buff out the edges even further. But so far, this is exactly what I want. Perfect. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit more of Dell. Not adding any product, just grabbing from what's left. Just bring that up. Don't worry, this eye will be the dramatic one. We're just building it. And I will lighten my brow even further with some more concealer at the very end. This is just the base coat. All right, so Picnic is blended out. I'm gonna go right back in, upside down, with Bianca. Grab a little bit more. And again, just keeping it tight to the eyelid. Now I'm kind of bringing it up into that, what was that, Popsicle? Yes, the Popsicle shade. Perfect. One more time with Dell. I'm actually gonna take that a little bit into my eyebrow there and just buff out the edges. All right, next shade. To apply the next shade, I am going in with my 230 brush by Smith Cosmetics. I know it's kind of hard to see here. Definitely love this brush. It's great for getting right in there and really defining your crease. And if you saw my Beauty Bay, the sequel video, I told you guys I was gonna use this Cosmo blush in a black smoky eye video. So, hi. Again, starting small, or not, but here we go. Just kind of packing it in up and around on the edge of my eyelid there. Very strong on camera, I will admit, and that is okay. Just kind of want to get it on there. And I will take it up. Now I'm gonna go back in with Bianca, not adding any more Picnic. Just gonna take what's there, buff the edges. Gonna take that actually a little bit down towards my nose contour. Just like that. Now we're going to start really defining that crease with some deeper shades. I'm going to keep using this 230 for the next shade by Smith Cosmetics. And I'm going to grab here Flip Flops from the Ace Beauty Nostalgia palette. I am going to keep this more of the pinky, purpley kind of a smoky eye. I was going to grab this red one over here called Camping, but decided not to. I'm really liking this kind of pinky moment, so we're just going to move on with that. And here we go. See that? I'm seeing more definition in my mirror than I'm seeing on camera. It's definitely kind of just blending into the Cosmo and reading very fuchsia on camera, but it's okay. We're just going to keep on going. No biggie. And again, just bringing this up and around. It won't be till I get to the really, really deeper shades that I just stick to the outer corner. I kind of want to bring everything up and around so the black has something to blend and fade into. Okay, one more little dip. And the reason I'm using the same brush is because the shape is just perfect. And also, I know a lot of people get scared when it comes to very elaborate eyes and they think you need like 10 brushes to do one eye look. You don't. So that's another reason why I'm using the same brush to kind of show that. I'm going to go back in with Bianca. And especially if you're using shades that are all in a similar color family, if you build it from light to dark, you don't really have to grab a different brush every time. It's okay. All right, now we're gonna get even deeper. For this next shade, I grabbed a very dense kind of a brush. This is by Delium Tools. The B is silent, do not forget. This is from their Maestro line. This is brush 781, and I am going to the Carnival. We're gonna grab this one right over here. Just a little bit there. Just like that. See how it's really getting purple? That's exactly what I'm going for. Kind of definitely want to pack that shade there because the black is really going to blend right into that color. And now I'm bringing it forward towards my inner corner. I might do a little bit of a sparkly highlight right over here. So I'm trying to leave it as open as I can, but we shall see. I change things on the fly, so bear with me. A little bit more Carnival. Perfect. Smith brush, number 230. No adding. Just going in. There's enough Cosmo still on it. I can totally go for a Cosmo right now. Shaken, not stirred. And I kind of like just kind of flicking some of the dark shade up into my brow bone, especially when my brow is bleached or concealered to look blonde. I really just like that kind of effect. It gives me the bigger forehead moment. Not that my forehead needs to be any bigger, but you get the point. All right, so those edges are buffed out. Just gonna grab that Delium 781 one more time. A little bit more Carnival and just pack that right there. Okay, and remember that clean brush from before? Just gonna grab a little bit of that and just very carefully right on those edges. I mean, it looks blown out in my mirror, but on here it's looking like I just garage doored and stamped everything on. So we'll see how everything looks at the very end, but so far I like it. I hope you do too. All right. Next, we are going to start adding some black. One thing I definitely do first before I add any black base, black lipstick, black eyeshadow, whatever I'm using as a base for my black smoky eye, is line my eyes. For the more natural eye, I am going back in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Jen Atkin collaboration, the Zero Effort Liner. Classic kind of pencil moment, and I'm going to line my waterline. This one, I mean, you actually don't have to be too precise with your waterline with a black smoky eye because you really should be smoking it and smudging it out underneath anyway. And then once you do that, you can always just go back in and do a more precise tight line just for extra definition. I'm also going to line the top. I know I never do this on camera, but I figured people may want to see it. I hate this part, but it is what it is. So I usually just kind of hold my eye like that. Not very fun or glamorous. It tickles like all hell. So contact lens wearers beware, because you will feel this. And that is that. I'm going to do the same thing on the next eye, and I will do it on camera because I'm going to use a different eyeliner. For my more dramatic eye here, I am bringing back the Haus Labs Identify liner. Remember I said I was obsessed with this? I'm going to use this as both a liner and as the base on my eyelid for the black smoky eye because it's just so dense. I just have to see it. And again, this is going to be the more messy kind of smoky eye. Fun fact, I've actually planned a smoky eye like this the night before an event, or work actually, and I just smudged eyeliner all over my eyelids and went to sleep. So, helpful tip if your eyes are not that sensitive. Otherwise, don't do it. I don't want to get sued. Here we go. All right, waterline is lined, going up. I also recommend doing your liners before doing your eyelids because you don't want to touch your eyelid once all that black is there, because black likes to move and fall out and yada, yada, yada. And also your fingers getting all dirty. So line everything first, then we can go in with the eyelids. Hope you guys are ready. This is going to be a doozy. As you know, if you've been watching my channel since the beginning, I make it very clear that my eyelids are very, very, very oily. So even though this is going to be the messy lid with the eyeliner, I'm okay with that because it's going to be sparkly. This one, I do want to keep it matte and keep it as long wearing as I possibly can. With that said, my base of choice is going to be the Sugar Pill liquid lipstick in the shade 0. It is blacker than my shirt, blacker than my soul. So here we are. There is the wand there, if you can see that. I teased this in my black lip video, but obviously I have not worn it, at least not on my lips, yet. I have a Sigma Beauty brush. If you saw the last video, this is numbered from, you know, copyright situations. So there's that. I'm just picking up a little bit of that 0. Not too much, a little goes a long way, but I will keep the 0 component handy just in case. And here we go. Just carefully packing it on, very carefully. Sorry if I look a little crazy winking. I actually really cannot wink. It's only in doing makeup that it just happens. But yeah, like I said, again, I'm just very carefully packing that on. It's more to control the shape. Obviously, it's a liquid, so I'm not concerned with fallout. Try to get it as close to your lash line as possible. Otherwise, don't sweat it. You can always take an angled brush or an eye pencil and just do a liner. And now this is where you kind of want to act pretty quickly because it is drying up, which is great, but the edges you want to blend. So I am just going to grab, this is actually a random brush from like a makeup show. There's no brand, no number, no nada. It's clean. Just gonna go in and smudge. You want to do this with a clean brush first. This is just to marry that black into whatever transition shades you have on. See that? Now your eyelid is black and everything's smoked out. Next up, we're going to add some shadow on top of the liquid. Actually, I lied because I forgot something. I actually want to blend a deeper brown into that crease and into that black base that we laid down. And with that, I know I mentioned using this in a black smoky eye video as well, so we are going to do it. The Beauty Bakery Brownie Bar. Love this. Honestly, I could just use that black liquid lipstick, an eyeliner, mascara, and all 3 of these. Inner corner highlight, crease colors, black smoky eye, done. But that same unknown brush, grabbing this deep contour shade here, and I'm just gonna start right there. I wanna do this before I add the black eyeshadow because again, black eyeshadow, fallout everywhere. So we kinda wanna have this already smoked out and ready. All right, that is perfect. And I'm gonna go back in. This was the Morphe E17. A little bit of that rustier tone. Actually just gonna mix them both. There we go. Perfect. Just like that. I am gonna grab another clean brush here. Who do we have? Meg. Hank and Henry. Just buff out that edge. Like I said, apply and blend, apply and blend. Now we're gonna do the eyelid with that Corrupt shade from Makeup Geek Cosmetics. Hope you guys are ready. Using that same Sigma Beauty brush from way back when, I'm gonna grab the Corrupt shade right over here. Just gonna flip it. I already dried off that 0 from Sugar Pill. Look at that, 1 dip, hi, it's a black eyeshadow. Now, let's pray with the fallout situation. Gonna tilt my head back a little bit. And just very slowly, very carefully, just laying that down. Gorgeous. I love it. Again, you really do want to be careful, regardless of whatever black eyeshadow you're using, no matter how much faith you may have in it, in terms of fallout, opacity, yada, yada, yada. You just want to be careful. I mean, especially if your face is done, you know? Like I said, I'm living dangerously right now, so that's why I'm being extra careful. If my face wasn't done, I wouldn't care. I would just let it do what it's got to do, clean it up, and get it moving. All right, just gonna go in one more time. I do feel like a little bit has fallen, but it's okay. I'm not gonna give it any attention because then, you know, there's anxiety, and next thing you know, I'm Winter Soldier. Perfect. I'm satisfied with it. I hope you guys are too. Gonna go right back in with that unknown brush that has some of the brownie bar shadows and just very, very softly smudge and blend. You don't want to have a cut crease kind of moment where it's a harsh line. I mean, if that's what you want, do what you want, but I don't. This is meant to be smoky for a reason. Now I'm going to smoke out the under eye, at least on this eye, coming up next. Keeping with that same unknown brush, and I'm going to go back in with both Tiki Hut and Latte as usual. Sorry, these two shades. Just going to mix them, and here we go. Just gonna bring that around. There is a little bit of fallout from that corrupt shade right here, and that's okay. I'm actually grabbing that with the brush, and I'm okay with that. That is totally fine. Don't panic. Okay, just wrapped that around. If you want, you could grab some, if you have corrupt, grab the corrupt or any matte black eyeshadow and really bring the darkness there. I'm gonna do a little bit. I really don't like too much black underneath my eye, but I will just carefully bring it around. Again, personal preference, but you know, your smoky eye should be smoky all the way around. So I really like just having it on the outer, bringing it to where like my iris would actually be. Just dusting off the brush a little bit here. Gonna go back in with the brownie bar, and I'm gonna grab these two shades yet again and just come right under that black, kind of help it stay there. See, just like that. Next up, I'm gonna grab the e.l.f. Cosmetics X Gen Atkin eye pencil, tighten up my waterline, maybe do a little bit in my top lash line just to really define everything. And then I'm gonna take this shimmery shade and just pop it right in my inner corner, and this smoky eye is done. Simple, right? Liner has been applied on this eye as well as mascara. Next up, I'm gonna grab the e.l.f. the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist and my favorite, the Delium 765 brush. This is what I'm going to use for that inner corner highlight. Just going to go in with it wet because I really just want it to pop. Okay, here we are. And just a little bit right there. See that? This just gives that little bit of something extra. And there it is. This smoky eye is done. Next up, we're going to add the drama to my favorite smoky eye. All right. Back at it with the House Labs Identify Black Eye Pencil. Just gonna go right in here. It is so freaking creamy. I'm obsessed, and I really have been dying to use this as a shadow base. I do not care to be too clean with this one, and you will see why shortly. All right, base is laid down. I'm gonna grab that Sigma Beauty brush one more time with whatever bit of corrupt it has left on it, because again, this is going to be a shimmery eyelid, so I really don't have to worry about adding so much black eyeshadow, and there was plenty packed on this brush anyway. And like I said, this is the dramatic, the more gothier eye, so it's okay if she's not as pretty as her other sister, or at least as clean. She could be a little messy. All right, so my eyelid is ready. I'm gonna grab a small dense brush to start buffing those pinks and purples right in the edges. For that smudgy moment, I have the C431. This I think is by Crown Brushes. I really couldn't tell you. I got this at IMATS too many years ago, so there's that. But here we go. I'm gonna grab Flip Flops and Carnival. Just gonna mix those two together. Actually, I want a bit more Carnival because I want it to really blend into that black. And I'm just gonna start right here and bring that up and over. A little bit more of both. Again, up and over. That may have been a bit too much, but that is okay. We can fix that without a problem. Actually, that's not entirely a bad thing because sometimes the black eyeshadow kind of billows up and it takes away. So I got a little bit of my Smith Cosmetics 230. All right, just buffing that edge, and I'm just bringing it right into the black and just really smudging this up. It's exactly what I want there. This is Dell. Yep, Dell again. Buff those edges out. All right, next I'm actually gonna take a little bit of Corrupt on a dense brush and just kind of really add some drama to that crease. All right, got that same C431 brush, a little bit of Corrupt. I just want a little bit, and I'm gonna get a bit more Carnival. There we go. And just really smoke that out. Just like that. I actually want a little more Corrupt. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want this to be pretty intense and very much a night and day kind of situation. Okay, and grabbing this guy right here, Delium 781. We still have some product on it, which is fine. I'm just gonna go in and really work that crease. I'm telling you, apply and blend. That's definitely the theme of this video. Okay, just bringing it towards my inner corner. Well, into my nose contour, really. All right, that is ready. Now we're gonna make it shimmer. To do that, I'm gonna go in with the Chained Ballerina from House Labs. See, it's a House Labs eye. Here we go again. This is black. It is shimmery. I'm going to go directly on my eyelid with the applicator. Whenever I do a shimmery smoky eye, I kind of like to focus on like right above where my iris would be. And I'm just lightly tapping. Just like that. Let's get a little closer so you can really see that. Hopefully you can. I love it. I'm going to add a second layer just dead center. Just like that there. And then where is that Sigma brush? She has a little bit of Corrupt left on it. Just gonna lightly tap on the edges so there's no harsh lines, and even just very gently, just like that, into the crease. And there you have it. Now we're gonna smoke out and smudge the bottom half of the eye. And we're gonna do that with the Cosmo and a little bit of Carnival. Right back in with that smudge brush, a little bit of Cosmo, sorry, first. Keeping it tight to the eyeliner. Oh, that was a little bit too much product. Sorry about that, it's all good. I'm sure some of it landed in my setting powder and that should dust away. If not, it's okay. This is the dramatic eye. All right, Cosmo is laid down. Next up, going back to the Carnival. And I'm taking that from the outer edge and bringing it inward just to my iris. And I'm gonna do the same with Corrupt, just like I did on this eye. Okay. And now, I'm gonna go in with that Artist Kit Company palette, well, with Makeup Geek eyeshadows. And Corrupt, just lightly pack that in and just softly blend it. And I think I'm gonna do a little bit more shimmer under the eye. Just kind of right there. Again, I do like a little bit of extraness when it comes to my dramatic gothy smoky eye, so there is that. And this is pretty much done. Off camera, I'm gonna do liner and mascara just to define everything else. Liner and mascara are completely done, and I'm gonna highlight the inner corner of my eye, and I grabbed Trophy Wife from Fenty Beauty, of course. Back again with my Delium Tools 765 brush from their Maestro line. Just gonna pack that. This eye needs all the drama. Just like that. Perfect. And with that said, I am going to highlight the face using Trophy Wife as well. Actually, Trophy Wife on this side and the Brownie Bar on this side. I mean, why not? But I'm just going to use Trophy Wife for my Cupid's bow because she's extra. And I'm here for it. And there too. Honestly, I think I'll just be really extra and use Trophy Wife all over. And I'll add that brownie bar highlight as well. It is a black smoky eye, so clearly we're going out. We're going to do stuff. Yes, I actually would go out with 2 different eyes. Do not judge me. I've done worse. All right, brownie bar. Bit more of that bronzy gold kind of a highlight here. Really love this product, honestly. I got to get the Neapolitan so I can try those shades as well. Okay, a little bit there, and there. All right, and there you have it. We have 2 very distinct black smoky eyes. Next up, we're gonna finish it off with a lip color. Regardless of whether I'm doing a sultry black smoky eye or a gothy black smoky eye, my lips would be nude no matter what. So with that, I have the Hank and Henry lipstick in the shade Sext. You already know I am obsessed, and we already know I don't like the glitter thing, but it is what it is. The color is what matters. So here we go. Okay, just like that. Normally I would leave it as is, nice and matte. I do love this kind of dead kind of lip moment with a smoky eye, but I've become obsessed with the Ballet lip gloss from Beauty Bay Cosmetics. So I'm gonna top a little bit right there, and there you have it. The look is done. Elf setting mist. Don't even know why. I'm literally gonna hop in the shower and wash this all off anyway. But here we are. We have 1 and we have 2. I was gonna lighten the brow a bit more, but I like it exactly like this, so I'm fine with it. And that's pretty much it. I'll do a quick final thoughts moment for you guys. Again, this is not a product feature video. This is really just about technique and look, so to speak. I love either of these. Honestly, this is my thing. You know, if I'm feeling dramatic, or if I know I'm going out after work, or I'm just going out in general, this will very likely be what you will see me rock for sure. If I just want a black smoky eye because, I don't know, my allergies are bothering me, or I just look tired one morning, I would definitely do something like this. It's really easy. It's quick. Try using liquid lipsticks on your eyelids if you're very oily like myself. This really does help if you know you're gonna have an eye look for hours, and I'm talking 8 hours or more, which is typically my day. I'm typically painted for up to 15 hours or more. So this definitely comes in handy. If you're not so oily, then fine. Go in with an eye pencil. Smudge it all around, pack on some black eyeshadow, make it sparkle if you can or if you want. If not, leave it matte. It's okay. But either one of these are my jam. This is definitely my favorite. I've been dying to do this video for you guys, just like I was dying to do the black lip video. Those two, well, these two I should say, are me. This is definitely my vibe, my mood, all of it. I wish I was going somewhere because I honestly want to just put this over there and just go out and lighten that brow and keep it pushing. But it is what it is, and that's it on my final thoughts. As always, thank you so much for watching. This was a ton of fun to do, and I almost don't even want to take either one of them off, to be real. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, some feedback, hell, some black smoky eye horror stories, tips and tricks, what have you. I'm here for it. Most importantly, do not forget to toll the bell to be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. You can also follow me on social media here. Everything is public and it's all things makeup. That is pretty much it on this video, and you should know the drill by now. If you don't, you're gonna learn today. Whatever it is you're doing, be good or be good at it. Bye, everyone.